guys, here is our math lesson for today, March 11th. We are doing Chapter 9, still Chapter 9, Lesson 12. Today we're going to subtract mixed numbers. We're starting on page 683, and we're going to go all the way to 688 will be your homework page. 687 and 688 will be your homework page. I'll record them separately. We'll go to 686. All right, so one king crab weighs 2 3/4 pounds. A second king crab weighs 1 1/4 pounds. How much more does the one king crab weigh? Use models to find the difference. So here's a king crab. There's a picture of him. He has a king hat. He has a crown on. So we're going to find 2 3/4, take away 1 1/4. Hopefully you guys see, oh, common denominator. That's going to help me. We're going to estimate first. 2 3/4, right? This is closer to 4 out of 4. So I'm going to say this is closer to 3. And 1 1/4 is a unit fraction. So I'm going to go to, right, just leave it right there at the 1. So 3 take away 1 is, so we're going to model 2 3/4 using fraction tiles. So there's 2 3/4. So in fact, when I subtract, right, I don't need to write both of them and add them together. I'm going to take one of them and then I'm going to cross out what I don't, what the other, I'm going to take away some of them for this 1 1/4. So we're going to subtract 1 1/4 by crossing out one whole and 1/4 tile. So let's cross out this fourth tile, and we'll cross out this whole tile. So now, hopefully you can see I have 1 2/4 left. 1 2/4. 2/4 is the same as 1/2. Right, 2/4. I find the greatest common factor. I'm going to divide by 2, right? Because 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 1/2. So 2/4 is equal to 1/2. So my answer is 1 1/2. So 2 3/4 take away 1 1/4 is equal to 1 1/2. The first king crab weighs 1 1/2 pounds more than the second. Check for reasonableness, right? My answer was 2. 2 is almost 1 1/2, right? If I see 1/2, I'm going to round up to the next number. And the number after 1 is 2. All right, on to the back of this page. I have some more example. I have another example, not some more. I have one more example. All right, so here I'm going to have 6 11/16. Take away 2 5/8. Oops. Right, mismatched denominator there, so I got to fix that. All right, so first things first, let's do an estimate to see what this is about. I know 11/16, half of 16 is 8. Right, so 8/16 is going to be my halfway mark. This is bigger, so I'm going to round this up to 7. 2 5/8. Oh, well, I know 4/8 would be half of, if it was 8s. So this is bigger than 1/2 also. So I'm going to round it up to 3. 7 take away 3 is 4. So we'll go back and look at that number later when we check our answers. So first things first, I'm going to change this fraction to, so it has a 16th, so it has a common denominator with my other 6 11/16. So to turn an 8 into a 16, I multiply it times 2, and whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. And 5 times 2 is 10, and 8 times 2 is 16. So 5 times 2 is 10, 8 times 2 is 16. I'm not going to do anything with that 2, just bring it over because it belongs with my numbers. Now we're going to subtract the whole numbers and then subtract the fractions. All right, so I have 6 11/16. Take away 2 5/8, or sorry, and 10/16. So I'm going to do my 6, take away my 2 is 4. I'm subtracting the whole numbers. 11 take away 10 is 1. And I'm going to do 16, 16, 16. So my answer is 4 1/16. So 6 11/16 take away 2 5/8 is the same as 4 1/16. Check for reasonableness. 4. Is that that about equal to 4 and 1/16? Yeah, because 1/16 is so super small, I would just leave my 4. It's not close to 1/2. All right, describe the steps you would take to find 3 and 5/8, take away 2 and 3/8. First, I would subtract my whole numbers. Then I would subtract my fractions. Then I would reduce to simplest form. Right, this is going to be 3 take away 2 is going to be equal to 1. And I know my denominator is going to be 8. 8, 8, 8. 5 take away 3 is 2. So 2/8, right? I can divide the top by 2 and the bottom by 2. And now I'm going to have this is equal to 1. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is 1 and 1/4. All right, next problem. Estimate, then subtract, write each difference in simplest form. So first let's estimate. 4 and 2/3, right? It's kind of hard to find the half of a third. It's 1 1/2. The 1 1/2 is 2 is bigger than 1 1/2, so I would round up. But just so we can see, right, I'm going to do the thing I've been learning to do, plus it's good practice for me. I'm going to make this number an equivalent fraction. How about times something that is going to be an even number? So I'm going to say times 4. Right, I want an even number. Even numbers are easy to divide by 2. So I'm going to say 3 times 4 is 12, right? Half of 12 is 6. So I multiplied my bottom times 4. I have to multiply my tops times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. So I could see 6/12 would be 1/2. 8/12 is definitely bigger than 1/2. So for this 4 and 2/3, if I was rounding it, it's about 5. I'd go up to the next number. 2 and 1/3. Right, 1/3 is a unit fraction, so I'm going to round down, stay at 2. About 2. So my answer here, 5 take away 3, my real answer would be, 5 take away 2 is 3. But we're going to do some math over here. So I'm going to say 4 take away 2 is 2. 3, 3, 3 for my denominator. 2 take away 1 is 1. My answer is 2 and 1/3. Pause it if I'm going too fast. I know I go too fast, so another problem over here. I'm going to just keep going. First, I'm going to estimate it. Oh, sorry. Is 2 and 1/3 close to 3? Right? Not really. I'd say this is closer to 2, but okay. All right, my next one. 5 and 4/5 is almost 6. 3 and 2/5 is almost 3, is closer to 3. So I'm going to subtract. 6 take away 3 is 3. I'm going to see if my answer here was close to 3. So 5 take away 3 is 2. I'm going to put my 5 here. And 4 take away 2 is 2. 2/5. I'm going to say this is closer to 2 than it is to 3, but we're close. Right? 3 is just the next number after 2. So it's close-ish. All right, our next problem. Onto the independent practice. So normally you could do this on your own, but I'm going to do it with you. All right, so first things, we're going to estimate, then subtract, and write each number in simplest form. So 5 and 3/4 is closer. I'm going to round it to 6. It's almost 6. 2 and 1/2, I'm going to round that up to 3 because it has the half there. 6 take away 3 is 3. We'll see if our answer is about 3. Well, 5 take away 2 is 3. That's good, right? We're close. 2, 4, 2. I can't do it. I'm going to change my 1/2 into 2/4 with my magic. Remember, I multiplied the top times 2 and the bottom times 2 because I want the denominators to match so that my denominator is 4. Now I can subtract. 3 take away 2 is 1. 3 and 1/4 would round to 3. So, yep, this is a great estimate. All right, my next problem. I'm going to first estimate it. 6 and 5/7. Right? It might be hard to figure out where the halfway mark is. But if I take my 7 and turn it into a 14, because that's a nice even number. So I did that by multiplying times 2. I multiplied by 2. 10/14 is going to be the half part of my, if I was counting with sevenths, right? So this is equal. So 10/14 So if I doubled this, right, I'd have 10/14. 5/7 is 10/14. So that is half. So I'm going to round this up to 7. And 3 and 3/7, well, this would be 6/14. It has to be 10/14 to be half. So it's not half, so it's smaller. So I'm going to leave this at 3. And I'm going to practice 7. Take away 3 is 4. Oops, I looked up. All right. And I'm going to subtract my whole numbers here. I'm going to start doing this real math subtraction now, right? 6 take away 3 is 3. I'll make my fraction bar 7, 7, 7. 5 take away 3 is 2. 3 and 2/7, right? Is 2/7 closer to 0 or to 1? Well, the halfway point, right, would be 10/14 if I multiply. So this would be 4/14. So I could see this is less than half. So I would just leave this at 3. So is it close? 3 is close to 4? Yeah. I don't know. This is why sometimes I don't like doing the estimating. Just because it's not always right on with when I do fractions and pieces of stuff. All right, so 7 and 8/9 is closer to 8 than it is to 7. 5 and 1/3, it's a unit fraction, is closer to 5 than it is to 6. I'm going to subtract. 8 take away 5 is 3. Now we'll do our real math. 7 take away 5 is 2. And now I'm going to subtract over here. Oh, I can't, right? I can't do this. I need to change this number. I'm going to change it into a 9. I multiply the bottom times 3, so I'm going to multiply the top times 3. I'm going to change it into 3/9. Now I can subtract. 9, 9, 9. 8 take away 3 is 5. 2 and 5/9. So 5/9 I would round up, right? Because I'd say, sorry, I'd say, if I doubled this, I'd say 18, right? 9/18. But 10/18 is going to be bigger than a half. So I could see this is bigger than a half, so I would round up to 3, so I have a good estimation one there. All right, next problem. A 12 and a 3. I can't do it. But first let's estimate. 15 and 11/12. Well, 11/12 is almost 12/12, which would be 1, so I'm going to round this one to 16. 4 and 1/3, it's a little unit fraction, so that's just going to be a 4. Take away, 6 take away 4 is 2. Bring down my 1. 12 is my estimate, my guesstimate. All right, so now I'm going to do some real math over here and figure this out. This is a 3. I think I want to turn it into a 12. So I'm going to multiply times 4 and times 4. So this is going to be 1 times 4 is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. So now it's 4 and 4/12 instead of 4 and 1/3. So now I'm going to do my math with my whole numbers. So 15 take away 4 is 9. I'll make my fraction bar and put my 12 as my denominator. I already know my denominator, what it's going to be. 12, 12, 12. But now I have to do my 11 take away 4, which is 7. 9 and 7/12. Right? Half would be 6/12. So this is going to be closer to, oops, I messed up here, didn't I? Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what I was doing. Oh no, I did it. I did it right. Sorry. I did mess up here, didn't I? 15 take away 4 is not 9. What was I thinking? Right, 15 take away 4 isn't a hard problem to do. Why did I put 9? 5 take away 4 is 1, and I bring down my 1. Right, it's 11 and 7/12. So that's what good idea. Good thing I had that estimate, because I'm like, wait, this can't be right, because 12 is not close to 9 and 7/12. Right, if I'm off by just 1 or 2 little. All right, not off by a bunch like that. So 11 and 7/12. So 6/12 is 1/2. So I would round 11 up to 12. So 11 and 7/12 is almost equal to 12. All right, next problem. 13 and 9/10. Take away 4 and 2/5. So first thing I'm going to do is estimate. 13 and 9/10. Right, that's almost 1 whole. So I would round this up to 14. 4 and 2/5, right? I was doing that earlier to figure out fifths. If I turn my 2/5 into a 10, it's easier to see, right? Because I know half of 10, if it was 5/10, it'd be half. So I multiplied here times 2, so I'm going to multiply here times 2. So this turns into 4 tenths. It's not half. I'm not going up to 5. I'm going to stay at 4. So 14 take away 4 is 10. So let's see if our estimate is about 10. So 13 take away 4 is 9. All day long. I don't know what happened earlier. I'm like, what? All right, 9 tenths take away 2 fifths. Well, I have to change this 2 fifths into 10, right? I already did that actually. So now I can do 4 tenths. This is equal to 4 tenths. I did it over here, right? 2 fifths. I wanted to see what half of 5 was, and I already did it. So it just happens to be that worked out. 2 fifths is the same as 4 tenths. So now I'm going to subtract my fractions. 10, 10, 10. 9 take away 4 is 5. So this is 9 1/2, right, which is closer to 11 than 10, but okay. So I'm going to reduce this, though, right? I already said it's 9 1/2, but I didn't show you how I figured that out. So I say 9, 5 divided by 5 is 1, 10 divided by 5 is 2. All right, my next problem, 12 and 5/6, take away 7 and 1/3. So first we're going to estimate. So 12 and 5/6 is very close to 13. 7 and 1/3, so I'm going to say just keep it at 7. 13 take away 7 is 6. Now I'm going to subtract my real numbers after I change this fraction to a 6. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. So now I can subtract. 12 take away 7 is 5. Sorry, I lost what I was doing there. 5 take away 2 is 3 over 6. So I'm going to have 5 and 3/6. Hopefully you see I can reduce this. I can divide the top by 3 and the bottom by 3. And I will still have my 5, but I'll have 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. 5 and 1/2. I'll circle my answer since it's so messy. Got 6 in there. I don't know where that came from. What was I doing? All right. Next one. 8 and 3/8 take away 2 and 1/4. First I'm going to estimate. So 8 and 3/8, right? Half would be 4 over 8. So this is smaller than half. So I'm going to say we're just going to keep that at 8. Take away 2 and 1/4. It's a unit fraction. It has the 1 on top, so I can tell that's very small, unless it's 1/2. So I'm going to take away 2. I'm going to round my 2 to just leave it at a 2. 8 take away 2 is 6. All right, so now I can do my real math, but first I need to change this 1/4 into something that has an 8. So I'm going to say times 2 times 2. So this is going to be equal to 2 times 1 is 1. 2 times 4 is 8. So this is going to be equal to 2 and 1/8. Now I can subtract. 8 take away 2 is 6. I'm going to put my denominator 8, 8, 8. I'm going to put my numerator 3. Take away 2. Even though I wrote a 1 right there, I know I needed to write a 2. So 3 take away 2 is 1. 6 and 1/8 is my final answer. And is 6 and 1/8 close to our estimate of 6? Yes. We'll write our little estimate, squiggly lines there. Right? If I was going to round 6 and 1/8, I would round it down to 6. My next one. Sorry, I'm yawning. Okay. I have 7 and 7/8. Take away 4 and 1/2. So first we're going to estimate 7 and 7/8. I'm going to say is closer to 8 than it is to 7. 7/8 is almost 8/8. Take away 4 and 1/2. It is a unit fraction, but it's the only one I round up with, right? 1/2 is 0.5. I'm going to round up to 5. So 8 take away 5 is 3. Now we'll do some real math and see if it works out for us. So first thing here, I'm going to change this 2 into an 8. I'm going to say times 4, times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So this is now 4/8. So I'm going to say my answer is 7, take away 4, which is 3. I'll write my fraction line 8, 8, 8. and I'll have 7 take away 4 again, which we just did, right, is 3, 3, and 3/8. Right, 4/8 would get me up to the next number. 3/8 is going to keep me right at 3, and 3 is, right, what a great estimate. It actually is equal. I guess I could just write equal. All right. No, because estimating still, sorry, duh. Right, 3 is not equal to 3 3/8. It's an estimate. It's almost equal to. It's close. All right, 12 and 7/10. Take away 7 and 2/5. So first we're going to estimate. So half would be 5 out of 10. So I'm going to say this is going to become a 13. I'm going to take away 7 2/5, right? I did this a couple times right now, right? 4/10 is the equivalent of 2/5. And to have fifths, I'd need 5/10 to be half. So this is less than half, so this is take away still 7. 13 take away 7 is 6. Now I got to change this 5 into a 10. So I'm going to multiply times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 5 is 10. Now I'll do my math. 12 take away 7 is 5. I'll write my fraction line. 10. 7 take away 4 is 3. So my answer is 5